See it yet? Well.
There we go.
Okay, start it. Is it leveled the right way?
Yeah?
Hello everybody, welcome to episode 10, Leafs Talk, Life Talk with Joey T, special guest Wonder Boy. Music's going on again. Turn that off, Wonder Boy. There you go. Okay guys, tonight's sponsor is myself, Joey.Tomaselli, DenovaGroup.ca. For all your mortgage needs, refinancing, purchases, commercial, construction financing, give me a call, 416-553-5639. If you forget it, you're at the side of the road. It's 416-553-Joey. Special guest tonight we're having later on is Matt Piva. And pretty much big weekend for the boys. Wonder Boy, is there a problem over there? What's going on, buddy?
You set it up incorrectly.
It's okay. Let's get it started. That's good. Looks good on the screen. Let's just keep going, buddy. Just leave it as it is. There it is. Okay, guys, back to the show. Wonder Boy was having a little communication problems, but he's back on the set. Welcome, Wonder Boy. We actually went out last night for a couple of vodka. No vodka for you. Actually, you had a soda, apple juice. I had a couple of vodka sodas. I took them out. A couple people bumped into you and actually referred to you as Wonder Boy. Is that true, Wonder Boy?
Yeah, it is.
How'd you feel about that last night?
Pretty good. I feel famous now.
Pretty famous. Not as famous as your uncle, but it's okay. Guys, wearing a hat tonight. Shout out to James Gideon and Laura Gideon. Thank you so much for the toque. I'll be wearing it for about 3 minutes, but I will be taking it off because my hair looks like Uncle Jesse. I do not want to cover up what God gave me. Okay, guys? Special guest again later on in about 15 minutes is Matt Piva. Can't wait till you guys hear what he has to say. Feel free to ask any questions for me. Maybe 1.5 for Wonder Boy, but mostly to me. This weekend, home series with the Boston Bruins. No Mateo, no problem. I actually went to the game Friday. It was actually a pretty boring game Friday, actually, for the first 2 periods. Mike Mazzaferro says, sound is not good. Can you guys hear me now? Mike Mazzaferro actually came to me for one of his mortgages. Thank you, Mike. Plug out to Mike Mazzaferro and Metalogics. Should be good now, Wonder Boy. Let's just keep rolling. Get the volume up higher. We got outfield, Jafalo on. Big supporter, long time listener. Okay, guys, again, I was at the game Friday. People asking me, Thursday night, are you going to the game Friday? I said, guys, I'm like Triple H. I am the game. I'm at all the games as much as I can go to. I'm 3-0 this year at the Leaf games. Anyone want to sponsor me? Go ahead. I'll definitely go to those games for you. We're good, Wonder Boy. Have a seat.
No, your camera's messed up.
Camera's messed up? It's okay. Let it just ride. Hold on a second, Wonder Boy. You know what I want you to do, Wonder Boy? Well, I fix the camera. Sit down. Just sit down and relax. I know it feels like you're swimming in the ocean with sharks. You gotta become a shark. I'm gonna go to the camera. I want you to talk a little bit about Friday's game. Friday's game was very impressive. I don't know why you're taking all this space. I don't got room for my tattooed arm. Okay, 1 second, guys. Well, okay, let me get right into it. Guys, at the end of the day, even though the camera's not clear, you still feel my presence. I know you do. I know I feel my presence when I walk into a room. Wonder Boy's starting to get that feeling in his life too. 18-year-old hitting 19 next year. We need to get him a fake ID. Anyone who does fake IDs out there, please holler at your boy, 416-553-Joey. So, I was at the Leaf game. A lot of Boston Bruin fans. And I think they were a little delusional, dizzy a little bit. They're not used to seeing the Leafs win. And there was a lot of Boston Bruin fans. A lot of them turned at me, pointed at me. I said, give it some time. I go, we don't got Mateo. Things could go your way tonight, but it was great to see Wonder Boy. Mitch Marner had a great game. 2 assists. He tied the game with 1 minute left. I was ready to actually go to my car because, parking in the ACC could get a little crazy. It's like the Game of Thrones when they have those big wars. It's hard to get out of there after. Winter was coming. So I wanted to leave Wonder Boy, but, you know, Vince Perkio, shout out to you bringing me to the game Friday. Marner made one heck of a pass, and I believe JVR tipped it in. That was a great goal. We needed that. Tied the game up, and then in overtime, wow. Marner steals it. I believe it was a 3-on-2. He pretends he was going to shoot it, slips it over to Garner. Garner to, I think, Marlowe, yes. Marlowe, huge pickup by Lou. Scores the winner, 3-2. I go crazy. I got it on tape. Left the building. A lot of Boston Bruins fans were leaving. They didn't know what to do. At the end of the day, they didn't have to fly back to Boston because a lot of them are from here, right, Wonder Boys? So they felt a little dizzy and delusional. So I feel like I'm watching the Blair Witch Project. It's a little blurry and low volume. Wonder Boy, talk to him about game on the Saturday night.
Saturday night game. Last night game. Second night of a back-to-back home and home with the Boston Bruins. Won 4-1. Goal scorers Marner, JVR, Riley, and Marlowe.
It's okay. Let it out, buddy.
Marner finally got out of the 17-goal goalless drought. Who was his name? Brandon Carlo. Big turnover right in the middle of the zone.
Oh, that was the first goal of the game when Marner
roofed it.
Broke Tukarask. Yeah, he broke his water bottle. That's right. Yeah,
roofed it.
That was good. No Gatorade for him.
Very, very physical game. 59 hits.
59 hits in the whole game. Wow.
A lot of big hits.
A lot of big hits. Okay, keep going, Wonder Boy. That's some good stats you got there.
The Leafs did win, but they did get outshot bad. They got outshot 39-25. Boston really picked it up after in the second period.
The way I look at it, whether you get outshot, as long as you get the 2 points, Wonder Boy, it's like when you hit the bars in another year. If you talk to 10 girls and you get 2 phone numbers, really, did you get rejected 8 times? No, only people see that you walked out with 2 numbers. So at the end of the day, it was 4-1 for the good guys. Keep going, Wonder Boy. It's some great stats. Your hair looks great tonight, by the way. Your hair looks majestic.
Thanks. Turning point of the game, 5-on-3 penalty kill. We killed off 5-on-3 to, I think, Dominic Moore and Borgman, I believe, went in the box, and we killed that off, and we scored about a minute later. Morgan Riley gave us something good. I can't talk. 2-cushion lead.
I love cushions. Okay, so that put us up to 3-1.
3-1, yeah.
Yes, okay.
And we did a good job holding the lead. Actually, didn't give up a second goal, and we got that empty netter.
Well, you know what? So now that brings us to 12-7. We got a 4-game win streak going on. And you know what the best thing was about that Wonder Boy? It was Mateo not even playing. Other guys stepped up.
Yeah.
You had your Kadri, who played great. Marlowe showed you why. Lou went out and got him. JVR woke up. Bozak's playing strong. Marner, again, guys, we have yet to see Marner play like that since last year. There's a stat about Marner. He only has 4 goals in his last 39 games. But you know what? No one passes the puck like him. So even if he scores 20 goals a game, gets 50 assists, that's all we need from Marner at the end of the day.
Yeah, last 3 games without Matthews in the lineup. JVR, 3 goals and assists. Marner, a goal and 3 assists. Marlowe, 3 assists. Kadri, a goal, 2 assists, and Hyman, 2 assists. So secondary scoring is really picking up without Matthews.
That's amazing. I think you picked up someone at the club too last night, but we'll not get into that. Richard Del Monte, my cousin, he has those shot counters are always off, especially for home team. Yeah, Richard, that's a great point. Richard knows his hockey. I think they always spice up the home team shots, always adding some extra shots when usually at the end of the day they'd be more even than not. But yes, they did get outshot. They still came out on top. Anthony Galuzzo, I feel like a seizure's coming on with this picture. Yeah, guys, I don't know what's going on with my phone. It's okay. Let's keep it going. At the end of the day, it's still a podcast. It's bearable. Don't worry. I'll fix it. Thank you so much. It's a little bit better now. I see a little more clarity. Yeah. Oh, look how nice you look on this side. Is that live right there or did it freeze?
It's frozen. The years are live.
It's okay. I'm still live, guys. I'm still live. Let's go.
I got a question for you. Riley, he has 3 goals, 13 assists in the season. He's 4th in the league in D-men scoring. Would you consider him for the Norris if he keeps this up?
No chance. I don't think he has a chance for the Norris. I think it's still Doughty. You got guys in Nashville from 1 to 5 that could probably take the Norris right now. They're so deep. I think he's probably top 10 in defenseman, but I don't see him in the top 3 and running for the Norris. Not yet. Great player. He's having a great year. But no, he's not a number 1. Like, if you could say he's better than the 3 guys I just mentioned.
I'm not saying he's better, but if he keeps up his point productivity and he brings Leafs to the playoffs and we do have a good run, say he's considered with top 3 and those those players in those teams, they didn't get that far with their team. Would you consider him as a candidate?
Well, we got your father saying there's no sound right now, so I don't know what's going on right now. But you know what? I'd still keep him. I still think he is one of the best defensemen, but I still wouldn't give him the Norris Trophy. Wonder Boy, at the end of the day, he's got a lot to prove before he can win a Norris Trophy. Can you guys still hear us out there? Can someone give us some love on Facebook Live to make sure that we're not wasting our time here? I could be doing squats or something.
I think Frank just has turned up his volume.
I think Frank Attore needs to turn up your volume. That's what your Wonder Boy just told his dad. Do you believe in building from your goalie out? Well, Anthony, that's a great question for me and Wonder Boy. If you look at the Detroit Red Wings teams that won with Osgood, that's not the case. But when they got Hasek, that is the case. So would I love a better goalie than Anderson? Yes. But I think what Lou did was got a Band-Aid for the first 3 to 4 years. And I think after he's going to go out and get a more solid goalie once. You guys got to remember, we don't have our full team yet. Babcock said, Wonder Boy, I don't know if you remember this, is when he came out, he told us that we're going to be stinky, skeeve, whatever you want to call it, S-H-I-T, for 4 to 5 years. He did not say we're going to make the playoffs in the second year, and the third year we're going to be challenging for the Stanley Cup. So, Wonder Boy, to answer Anthony's question, yes, I believe you do need a great goalie, like a Price, a Quick, a Murray, but you don't get those hanging off of trees, right?
I believe we do need a starting goalie, but Anderson, last year he started off poorly, and he picked it up. He started off poorly again, and he's been picking it up. We have 4 wins in a row, and he brought his save percentage back up to 900 plus.
What's his goals against average? Is it still in the threes?
325.
325 is not bad.
It's getting lower.
It's getting a little bit lower. I would like to see him in the 2.5 area. I think to be one of the best teams in the league, your goalie can't have a 3.25 goals against average. So definitely need him to pick it up. In the last 4 games, he has played better. And Machiavelli last night, he played fantastic, man. That guy plays once every 16 years, and he came in last night, made a huge cross crease, saving. I forget who he did. He robbed somebody, right?
Crosby. It was Crosby in the Pittsburgh game.
No, I'm talking about McElhaney last night against Boston.
Oh, I'm thinking about the Pittsburgh game last year.
No, not the Pittsburgh game last year, Wonder Boy. Stay with me here. I know you gotta go. You got a big day tonight. But I'm talking about that save. He came crease, one side of the crease to the other side, made a huge save. That's tough for a guy who doesn't play every night. You know, coming in, and then he got shelled his last game with no support. 6-3 against LA. Poor kid.
You couldn't take him out either because Anderson back to back.
Anderson back to back. We definitely need Anderson to play a lot better. I think he is playing a lot better. And the Leafs have a game Thursday night against New Jersey. Hopefully Mateo's back is not as bad as my dad's, and he comes back and plays, because we definitely. I'm not going to lie, when I went to the game Friday, it did miss a little bit of his magic. Like, it was good to see the Leafs beat Boston without him, but I would have loved going to a Leaf game without seeing Mateo is like going to, a Madonna concert in 93 without seeing her. You know, it was just backup dancers. But don't get me wrong, Leafs played a great game. We just definitely need to have Matthews healthy and back in the lineup.
We got a question from Anthony Galuso.
Yes.
Soccer question.
Shoot.
Italy going home tomorrow.
Wow, guys. Well, listen, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know a lot about soccer, even though there's a bunch of statues of me in Woodbridge. Hold on, Wonder Boy, this is my show. I'm going to get back to you in a second. I know you know your soccer, but I had a rocket in my pocket. So, basically what Italy happened is they have a home-and-home with Mats Sundin's team, Sweden. And the first game, they lost 1-0. I don't know a lot, but I know that coach is not playing his best players. He's playing a formation that looks like he's playing checkers. I think all the best players are on the bench, and I think they played a bad game. At the end of the day, their goalie is still good, but he's also 73 years old. Gigi, great player, great goalie. I don't think they have enough to win tomorrow. They got to win 2-0, I believe, to carry on to the World Cup. They've been to 15 straight World Cups. It would be sad not to see them next summer. But, you know what? I think somewhere deep down they're going to come through, but they should have fired the coach, I think, before these 2 games. Croatia did that. Now they're in the World Cup. I think we should have did that. I know my dad, if he ever finds a national team coach for Italy, my dad will grab his crossbow and put it right between his ears and end his life, and then cook him, barbecue him, and put him with the moose meat he's got in his fridge. But Wonder Boy, you can now speak now, because the show is called JoeyTLive with Wonder Boy, but it's your turn now. Go ahead. Tell me what you feel.
Yeah, so Italy needs to score 2 goals to go through, 1 goal to tie.
Mm-hmm.
If Sweden scores a goal, we need 3 goals.
Well, that's not gonna
and
happen.
with Italy's attack, I just don't see it happening.
It's sad that they couldn't bring my boy Jovinko over. I know they look at the MLS like
As a joke.
Like an indoor league in the Woodbridge Soccer Coffee Time Center, and they're probably right. It's not the best league in the world, but you're telling me Jovinko can't score a free kick, he can't set somebody up. He's still quick. I think he plays great still, but I think there's so much politics. And what's up with that Eddie Vedder that they put on?
He's Brazilian, not even Italian.
It doesn't matter if he's from another country. If he's good, he's good. That guy's not even playing good for his club team. Why put him on with 10 minutes when we need a goal? There's some great players on the bench. Eddie Vedder should go back to the concerts where he came from. I don't think he's a good player. Good question. Mike Massafero, thank you again for the mortgage. Again, guys, tonight's sponsor is me, Joey Tomaselli at thenovagroup.ca. Call me for all your mortgages need. And let's switch over topics to the Raptors. Wonderboy, what happened last night without a Kyrie Irving, probably top 3 players in the world today? Thank you, Wonderboy. You know your stuff. That's why you're on the show. Top 3 players in the world. The Raptors can't get it done against Boston.
It's unacceptable to lose to Boston without Kyrie, especially without Kyrie and Hayward.
Oh, that's so sad to see. Like, I love the Raptors guys. They're my team, but you gotta walk into Boston. You gotta smoke them. You know, the Leafs did it the night before. You gotta come in and say Toronto's a new sports team, city around this North America. They should have no excuses. If I'm Casey, I'm making them do wind sprints for the next 4 days. There's no. Why would you do that? Why would you go into Boston? You see Kyrie, Lowry, where are you, Lowry? You're making $100 million in 3 years. You should smoke whoever they put in the point guard position. No questions asked. You should have 40 points, 16 assists, 3 steals, 2 Gatorades drink. Like, get it done. Like, there's no excuses. The Raptors, I love them, but it's like watching Groundhog Day. I know what's going to happen with the Raptors. They're going to do their thing. God, man, we need a couple other players to come in and do something, because I saw the box score tonight, Wonderboy, 95-94 for Boston against the Raptors, and I'm like, Kyrie didn't even play? How do you lose that game? It does not make sense.
How do you consider yourself a championship team if you can't beat the Boston without their 2 best players?
Yeah,
you just can't.
I think my elementary St. Patrick's starting 5 could give the Raptors a run right now, and then you guys, listen, until you prove me wrong and you beat teams without their starting point guard, like Raptors should have beat Denver. They should have beat Boston last night. They should have an extra 2-3 wins on their season right now. So I believe they're 7-5 right now.
7-5, yeah.
That's the record that they're going to have. And going forward, they're going to be 3-4, maybe 7 games over 500. But imagine when they play Boston with Kyrie. What's the score going to be there?
20-point loss.
20-point loss.
100%.
You know, without Hayward, those are 2 max players that are not playing. We got 2 max players that are playing. So that tells you a little bit about our superstars compared to theirs. And again, that's the sad point. And again, I'm a Raptors fan. I'm not shooting them in the foot or anything, but I do not see them causing any damage, because I think Boston could beat them in a best of 7, no problem.
4-game sweep.
4-game sweep with Kyrie, and maybe they'd just tell Toronto not even to fly over back to their house when they go in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Well, I want to get to one of my callers, one of my people I want to bring on the show right now. His name is Matt Piva. I got my Wonder Boy giving him a call right now. Hold your questions, guys. This guy has so much hockey knowledge. I can't wait till you guys hear from him. He's coming on the show right about now. Give him a call, Wonder Boy. Speaker's coming on, guys. Sorry about the wait. I can't wait till you guys hear from Matt Piva. Put the speaker right up to the microphone, Wonder Boy. Thank you so much. Hello, Matt Piva. How are you? It's Joey Tomaselli calling with Wonder Boy. How's it going, buddy?
Jojo, what's up, buddy?
Not much. Welcome to JoeyTLive, guys. I'm going to give you a little introduction to Mr. Piva. Matt Piva pretty much could play in the NHL right now if he wanted to. He has his own hockey pro camp, his skill development. This guy works with a lot of the pros. Matt Piva, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thanks, Joe.
Okay, so I want to ask you a couple questions. What is your relationship in the past with the Mitch Marner? Let our viewers know what you've done with Mitchie.
When I retired from playing, it was my first year jumping on a bench. I was with Don Mills, 5-6 years ago now, and Mitch, he was our guy with our minor midget year, so I kind of built a relationship with him back then. I got to know Paul and the family very well, and we've become really good friends moving forward, and I've helped them out, on the ice here and there, and like I said, our relationship has built pretty strong, and it's a pleasure to see the kid develop into not just into a hockey player, but just into a professional, right? And he's had his ups and downs, but things are looking bright for the kid now.
Piva, how did you feel about his slow start after his excellent rookie year?
It happens. Whether you want to call it a sophomore slump or whatnot, but I mean, there's a lot of pressure to play in this city, being a Toronto kid.
I can imagine.
A lot of people have gone through it. It's tough because a player like that, he's a go-to player. He's been his entire life, and it's tough sometimes, and nothing against Matthews. Obviously, he's an elite player in this league, but sometimes you have to, you gotta take it for what it's worth. And some of these players, are play out of their element when they're playing behind a guy like that. They need the limelight, they need the ice, they need this, they need that, and it's tough, right? People don't realize. You think it's all, it's all butterflies and rainbows, but playing behind a kid like Matthews, it's tough for a player like him, right? But
I agree.
Hopefully, go ahead.
I agree, actually, Matt. The one thing I say about Marner is, Matt, is I would put Marner on a line with Matthews.
And I'm surprised he hasn't. I mean,
it drives me nuts.
One of the best coaches, of our time, anyway. But I sit there and I wonder if they ever are going to do it. And people compare them to the Patty Kane and Taves, so that's more. They're both my age, and when they came into the league, both first rounders, same draft, but it was. Chicago kind of found a way to make them both work.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like the Leafs are kind of, they're doing what they have to. I mean, I'm not a Leaf fan, I'm a Marlins fan, but it's they're doing what they have to make it work. I don't know how long it will last for. I hope it can go for a longer, because I would love to see the kid be an all-star in his city. But I don't know if it's going to continue like that. But they got the best upper brass in the league, so I'm sure they know what they're doing up there.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. Like he watching him into the slow start that he had, Matt. It was kind of it was discouraging. But like you said, it's not easy. He's still 19 years old. At the end of the day, 19 years old. He's still a kid. He's not even an adult to me. And watching his last two games, that's the real Mitch Marner. To me,
and again, I'm not saying because Matthews is out, that's why. But I mean, it takes a monkey off the back. It's a lot less to think about. And I mean, I don't know how many would he go, 15, 16, 17 games.
17, yeah, 17.
17 games without a goal. I mean, you want to call him a goal scorer? I wouldn't. He's just, his brain works at a different level than anybody else's. Even for his age, he's such a mature kid, and with the pressure, and again, the media in Toronto, I don't have to tell you, it fucking blows everything out of proportion.
It does. It's like the pressure I have to keep scooping every week, man. I totally
There you
understand.
go. You don't gotta tell me.
You got one of the best jackets I've ever seen in my life, guys. If you could see this guy's.
It's coming out soon.
Wow, that jacket is just phenomenal. It's like his eyes. You get lost in that jacket. Like.
Oh yeah.
So
like I said, it's the media blows things out of proportion, and the 5 games turns into 10 games, the 10 games turns into 15 games. And it puts a lot of pressure on a 19-year-old kid, right? Who's got such high expectations. He's playing there, and he's seen guys like Eichel and McDavid, all his age, more or less signing these $10, $13.75 million deals, and obviously that's in the back of his mind.
Of course.
The pressure builds up, and I'm sure he's thinking that's his next payday, right? That's going to set up
his life
for a while, right? So, I mean, it's tough. The last 2 games, I was extremely happy for the kid. I talked to him, I think, on Saturday morning. He was in Boston there. Just, keep your head up. It's his time to shine. And again, nothing against Matthews. He's the elite of the elite. But, I mean, now this is what he's used to. He's used to having be in the limelight. And a player like that, he needs that. He needs the minutes. He needs the time. He needs the spotlight for him to succeed.
Well, I agree. But seeing him roof job it, hitting the water ball, breaking it in half, like, he has that ability to score 30 a year. He know what he is to me, Matt. He's an Adam Oates with more skill, if that even makes sense. Like I think he could dish the puck just as good as Adam Oates. But I don't remember Adam Oates shooting the puck like that. I definitely don't.
No,
he scored his goals,
said,
not like that.
He's not a shooter, and I don't know why he isn't. I mean, everyone saw what he can do. He definitely likes to smoke the Bruins, that's for sure. But
He does. Even opening game last year, I went to that game too, and he scored in his home opener. So, how did you feel as a Bruins fan seeing the Bruins come out this weekend?
It's bittersweet. I always chirp these Leafs fans. It's the scene.
You know what, you guys.
Lifted in 11, so.
You've slapped us around for years.
I'm not a Leaf fan. I like the Leafs, but.
You know what?
The Bruins are my team since I was born. I bleed black and gold, so I can't see that changing anytime soon. But I'd like to see. You know what? I'll tell you one thing. If the Bruins and the Leaf games both go on different channels, I'd rather watch the Leafs. That's for sure.
Well, it's different times right now. How could you like the Leafs in the last 4 years prior to the Nylanders, the Mitchies, and the Matthews coming? Like, I had to stick with it, and it was crappy hockey to watch. Like, 2 years ago, before they went first overall with Matthews, that was the worst team I've seen since the 80s. It was a crap show out there. And how, I don't blame you, but what's one thing I could say about you, Piva, you've always liked the Boston Bruins since I've known you. You're definitely not a bandwagon. Well, let's get into a couple things you do on the side. You have a development going on with the BioSteel. Talk about that for a bit.
So in the summers they do the BioSteel camp, and I'm fortunate enough to have a couple of the great people over there at BioSteel. They for the last 2 years they were nice enough to let me step on the ice there. Run some programs. The last couple of years they had Steve Spott and Luca Caputi on the ice as well. Spotter's, one of the best minds in the game. He's over in San Jose with Pete DeBoer. They've been together forever.
Wow.
But it's just being like on the coaching side of things.
So you're telling me, Matt, sorry to interrupt, because I remember I work at Laval in the summertime. I had Sagan up there, McDavid. Are you telling me you're coaching these superstars on the ice?
Yeah, they're on the ice. That's
wow.
Just guys like Simmons, Delhi, Sagan, McDavid.
Those are superstars to me. Those are great players.
You got the elite of the elite. Cammy's there. He wasn't there this year, but he's a BioSteel guy. So it's. This year was pretty special. Just even being on the ice with McDavid. I've trained.
How is that though, Matt? Is it like watching me on Saturday nights? Like, what's the comparison?
Yeah, it is. It's watching you
just
swirling around.
Work the room.
Stick a finger under the back pocket, just pick it up.
That's it. Like La Paloma, all I do is scoop. But McDavid, you've seen many people with great hands. How great are his hands, McDavid?
Yeah, he's on another level. And you know what? The thing I explain to people, I'm like, you know what? When you go to Vegas and somebody hasn't been, and when you tell them, oh, Vegas is the best thing you ever do. It's the best time of your life.
Yep.
You can't explain it. And
I've been saying that to Wonderboy here, my nephew. He has no idea.
When you go to Vegas, it's like,
boom.
Holy shit! Like, what the hell? Like, I don't even know where I am.
Where to start?
That's kind of like the whole McDavid process, where it's he's this, he's that. But when I was on the ice with him, I was fumbling pucks because I was just staring at this kid.
Like, does this make sense?
Imagine these 10, 11, like even my kids on my team. He's a god to them, and I'm sitting there like, fuck, this guy's a god to me.
I could imagine. Like, I actually think, first of all, I haven't seen a player that fast since Pavel Bure. That's my opinion.
He might have an edge.
I think he does too.
There's a lot of speed, like undercover speed. Guys like Cogliano and these guys.
Even Ovechkin. Yeah.
Yeah, just straight away speed. But the thing with him is he's faster, but his feet don't move. Like it's you watch him. He's just like a shark on the ice. His feet are flat on the ice. It just I don't know what the hell he does. Obviously, nobody else can do it.
No, he's just got his foot. I actually think, Matt, he's actually too fast for his own good sometimes. I think he would score more goals sometimes. And that sounds stupid. That's a stupid remark from my end because I'm slower than a turtle. So, like, who am I to judge him? But, like, I think if he just puts the brakes on a couple times and he could probably get another 10, 15 goals because he comes in like a Lamborghini on the net. Like, literally, he's flying.
He's definitely got an offensive attack with his speed, but I know what you mean. It's like even like a Taylor Hall, you remember him earlier, even just with the simple injuries, just being too fast. Like when you get that fast, you got to be able to control yourself, right?
I agree.
When you're flying at 30, 40 kilometers an hour, you're only 220 feet length of the ice. things come at you fast, but I mean, even watching them
So
at camp doing one-on-ones and in the scrimmies and stuff, it's just like the kid feels bad for like other pros. It's sick.
it's crazy. As a professional like yourself, though, Matt, who is the best player you've seen live, or pretty much who's the best player in your eyes? Okay, take McDavid out of the question right now. Who do you think the best player in the NHL is?
You know what? That's a tough question, Joe. It's a tough question. I mean,
I still think it's Crosby.
Skill-wise, I would still have to put Patty Kane. Skill, just natural ability to
Yeah.
control the puck.
Nice hands.
All-around player. To start a team. I mean, you gotta go with Sid. I think he deserves that.
He does, back to back like Drake, at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Till someone knocks him off. But if we started a team today, and Sid is now 30 years old, he's not the kid no more. So I'm definitely going McDavid first, Matthews second, and I'd still put Kane in the mix because he's a young 28, young 27. He's got 3 cups. Probably one of those 3, and you can't go wrong with any of those 3, that's for sure.
You know what? Honestly, that's a question maybe 5 to 10 years ago you could answer simply.
Easy.
But I mean, there's so many players.
Eichel's great. Eichel's so underrated.
Even guys, Eichel, Clinton Keller.
Yeah.
Like, there's players that are, they're fucking babies, man. They're babies. Like, I was playing, when these kids were still in diapers. Right now, you're looking at them, and even a kid like Mitch, for example.
How about Johnny Hockey? People sleep on that guy. Do not.
Yog's a big fan of him, right?
Johnny Hockey's got hands like he's up there with the Caners,
but
that's for
again,
sure.
that's like another, it's the Western market. You don't really.
No, you don't hear from them.
The average Joe Blow from Toronto don't really know who Johnny Gaudreau is. I mean, again, Matthews is up there, and it's crazy, man. This league has turned around for the better.
I see it.
Just with the whole skill aspect and the speed and I mean the training is ridiculous.
Now, Piva, back to again. Sorry to interrupt you again, Piva. Like you're training these guys. You're showing them these drills. Like the fact that you're the best dressed player outside of the rink. What are you showing these guys that they don't already know? I don't mean to put you in the spot.
It's not necessarily what they don't already know. Like, for example, I've had Alex Pietrangelo, who's having a career year this year. I've had him for the last 4 years. In the summers, gold medalist, Olympian.
Top 5 defenseman in the world.
Yeah, you know what I mean? 6'4", 6'5", right-handed defenseman that does what he does. We ain't finding those guys anymore.
No.
But, so first couple times I have him on the ice, like I'm shitting bricks. I'm like, okay, this guy's, and I played with him in junior. I played with him in Niagara, so I had a relationship with him prior. But, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, like, am I going to tell this guy to do something? He's going to look at me and be like, who the hell are you? Like,
yeah, just because you got a nice jacket does not mean I'm going to listen to you.
Exactly.
But you know what? Knowing you got a lot of passion. I could see what you could do for these
So
players.
you know what? It started off like that, and the more and more you work with these guys, you gain respect like anything, right? So it got to the point where he's like, hey man, like I'm coming back. I like what you do. You're helping me. You're doing this. You're doing that. He tells the next guy, and the next guy, and the next guy, and then a couple years ago we were having 15, 20 NHLers about twice a week. Coming over to the sports village there to train, right? So I guess that's how it starts.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And even the other players like Sagan, he actually went to the same elementary school as myself. So there's rumors going around there. They don't know which athlete was better, me or Sagan, because I dominated a lot of the goalies.
On or off the ice.
If you saw my calves in person, it looks like one of the Ninja Turtles. So I have legs that like a Greek god, but like. Me and Sagan became friends over the years. He's another underrated superstar. I think he's top 10 in the league when he gets going.
And you know what? He's been, right? The thing with Sagan is his consistency, right? And it's, to have that 1 year like Chichu and whatever it was, 07, the 50.
Yeah.
That don't happen every year, right? But I mean, he's constantly top 10 scoring, and it's tough to stay up there, right? You have that one lucky year here and there, but I mean, he's done it.
He's consistent, since he's been traded. Like, I think Boston, as your team, I don't mean to put you in the spot again, I think that was the worst trade Boston's ever made. I think they got a couple crappy players back, and I think they should have gave him a chance. Look at Kane. Kane was punching out cab drivers, having foursomes on the internet, and he still won his 2 cups.
They don't make them like Kane anymore.
They definitely don't. Like, every time I shortchange my cab, I think to myself, should I knock this guy out? But I'm not Patrick Kane, and at the end of the day, I don't make 10 large a year.
And you have to see him even where His stick, his gloves, his bucket, his skates, everything was like just spray painted.
He's sick. I don't even know him, and I would go to Laval with him every Saturday if he was around. He rocked a mullet, guys. When you could rock a mullet and still score 80 points, 40 goals, 30 assists, and then scoop all the girls after the game, you know you're doing something right.
And he's not slacking in that department, that's for sure.
Patty Kane, he's got with that goal against Quick in the playoffs when he skated and he slid across the ice like Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing. One of my favorite goals of all time, Wonder Boy. Well,
he's definitely pretty sweet.
Well, Matty, I'm gonna love to have you on the show going forward. Thank you for your time, brother. It's a pleasure. I can't wait to pick at your brain as the season goes on, guys. Matty's gonna be a special guest. As you can see, he knows hockey inside and out. Was a professional player. Plays like a professional player. He could probably score 30 on a line with Matthews right now. Thank you again, Matty. Me and Wonder Boy appreciate it. Love having you on, buddy.
I appreciate it too. Anytime.
Take care, buddy.
Take care, guys. Ciao.
So, guys, that was my buddy Matt Piva. Brought him on the show. I like to bring people on who have a lot of knowledge. I know a lot of people think I am the new, I guess, what would you call the Mike Babcock of the podcast? The podcast. And Wonder Boy, too, is typing away. You know, it's good to see Wonder Boy on the show. Again, we went out last night. Wonder Boy got a couple drinks on the house just for being on the show. I can't even go anywhere without getting spotted. Like, the DJ stopped the music last night. Do you remember that, Wonder Boy? He just stopped the music. I start breakdancing. I did the splits, ripped my pants. Me and Wonder Boy had to go. But at the end of the day, I'm still the best dancer at the clubs. Guys, any questions? We're open up for anything. We got your Joe Vincent asking. What question did he ask? I'd trade those guys for Doughty. I don't know
about Marner and a first rounder for Doughty.
No, you know what, guys? No. I don't know if you watched the game Saturday night. After seeing Marner going upstairs again, you got to give me a little bit. You got to give me a forward back for Marner. You don't.
They keep on saying Marner, but they don't understand how good he is. No, they won't accept it.
This is the best point I could give about Marner. He has 13 points right now, Wonder Boy, and he hasn't played good. He played 2 good games this year. And he has 13 points. Imagine if he put together 17 good games, he'd be almost leading the league in scoring. So that's the way I look at Marner. He has 13 points in 17 games, playing half his talent. And the last 2 games, you saw how good Marner was. He had 3 assists and 1 goal. He had 4 points in 2 games. He's on fire right now. And if he could keep that up, and then Matthews, hopefully his back is not that bad, he comes back. Guys, we're gonna go places.
Speaking of Marner, did you hear that thing about his dad? His dad being unhappy with his minutes.
I have heard rumors about that, and I don't like bringing. My input on it is I hope it's not true. You got to remember, Wonder Boy, we come from a city where people like to start rumors. I think if his dad is not happy with his playing minutes, which I don't know if it's true or not, I think Babcock is the right guy to talk to him. I think if Lou Lamoriello brings him into a room, and I don't think he'll ever bring it up again. That's like me going up to my dad and asking him, I'm not happy with the money you've been giving me over the last 25 years. I don't think he'll give me any more, right, Wonder Boy? So basically, shout out to Peter Shavila, who just jumped on. Peter Shavila was courtside for the Raptors game the other day. Went to a Chris Rock concert. He's on fire these days. I think he got a pay increase. Good to see Peter Shavila, my longtime soccer teammate, doing well. Guys, if you have any question, Mike Spataro, welcome. He's always on the show, one of our favorite listeners. Do you have any other comments, anything you feel about the upcoming game against New Jersey, Wonder Boy?
Well, we lost last game 6-3 of them. Yeah. We're going to need a big bounce back game against them. Looking for revenge. Looking for revenge.
I think we should beat. Our next 3 games are against New Jersey,
Montreal, Coyotes,
and Arizona. There's no reason why we shouldn't win 2 out of the 3, maybe even 4-3. So, I think they have to beat New Jersey. Can't let a team who came last overall last year.
They're doing good this year, though.
They're doing great. You know why? They built around speed.
Oh, yeah.
Schneider and net. Schneider's better than Anderson. You got to give him the. Oh, yeah. He ran Luongo out of town. Luongo's top 4 winningest goalies of all time. So I don't know. They got to really pick it up, and hopefully Matthews' injury is not as bad as it seems. And I didn't think he was going to miss 3 games. I think now because they got their time off till Thursday, maybe he'll be back for Thursday. If not, Wonder Boy, we need for you to get a fake ID. That's the next step. It's tough, Karen. It's coming. I know. Well, we had a good night last night, guys. Any questions? I know we're going to be tuning out soon. Wonder Boy's got a big day tonight, guys. I've already went through 6 this last week. We got Joe Vincent. You got your dad. We got everybody online right now. And who do you think is going to start the game Thursday? You think they're going to go to Anderson again?
Yeah.
Obviously,
No.
Saturday, probably Anderson. So Machiavelli's not going to play probably till
For another
Christmas.
2 weeks, yeah.
Another 2 weeks till they have their next back-to-back. I still think he should play a little bit more. That game he played in Boston, he won him that game.
Yeah.
You know, as bad as it sounds, I let him go Thursday night against New Jersey. I would throw him right in there.
I
But
wouldn't know.
Babcock will not do that because he likes to stick with his number one goalie.
Yeah. December, we got a rough away stand. We've only played 3 home games in December.
Well, you know, it's Christmas,
Big
so
road trip.
I guess get time to get your Christmas gifts, Wonder Boy, and get away from all your family here in Toronto. 3 home games. We're going to try to hit one of those, show some support for our boys. When does the Toronto FC play? We got a big Toronto FC game
Oh, it's coming up this week. I
this
think.
week. And has anyone found out if Jose is not playing this game, the first game?
I haven't heard much about that. No.
I know they're trying to get that overturned. He was attacked in the change room, and I know he was nowhere near their side of the dressing room. Hopefully he does play in the first opening, because I know they have a home and home.
They play the 21st.
The 21st. Wow, that's a long.
December 9th, I think, the final game.
You know,
It's
no,
cold.
that's cold. I remember I lost an ear actually. This is a fake ear. My left one right here, guys, is not real. I went to the finals last year for the Toronto FC, and it was freezing. Shout outs to Nikki G who brought me to that game. It was too cold to play a soccer game, but I say if Javinko and Jose doesn't play the first game, you gotta hope for a 0-0 tie, line up against the goal line like you're about to fight a bunch of Spartacus, and just hope for the best. And then when they come back, is the first game in Toronto? I don't think it is. It's in Columbus.
It's in Columbus in the second game.
You know what? You play some New Jersey trap soccer, New Jersey Devil trap soccer. Hope for the best and come back to Toronto, win that game. The Raptors, I think I'm gonna go drive over with Lou Lamoriello, let him talk to Casey for a bit. I need more from you guys. You cannot lose to the Boston Celtics, and that's the bottom line because Austin Mateo said so. All right, guys, thank you so much. Another great episode in the books, episode 10. Wonder Boy, thank you, Matt Piva, again for coming on. You were fantastic. Wonder Boy, hit the music, please.